Hey, this is Max. Welcome back to another CSR2 video. I'm here with the Valhalla Concept, and I'm going to show you a live racing setup and tune that I am using. I believe this is a very viable tune and quite good overall. Now, there are two ways to set up this tune, and what I'm going to do is I'll show you this without the stage 6 body and with. There is a difference between the two, and it's quite a substantial time difference, but both would work in their respective lobby. So, with the stage 6 body, you would do stage 3 engine, stage 3 intake, stage 2 nitrous, 6 body, 3 tire, and 4 transmission. You're going to set the car right to maximum evo points because really you're not looking to do a specific tune to beat dyno, but rather you're leveraging the super high evo points at a much lower performance point to basically get what I call a lobby advantage in the live racing lobby. You will dyno 9.488. The thing about this car is it actually can beat dyno by a little bit, so you can actually run about a 9.40 and still be able to kind of keep the car without any special tune. Now, let's go ahead and go to live lobby real quick, do a few runs just to see where the car lobbies. Now, I've already raced this car quite a bit, so it is already been through with live lobby with other opponents, so it's a little bit adjusted overall based on what I've been running. Of course, I get challenged first by a car that's equally as good and can't be tuned to beat dyno, and that's the flip car. So this might be a challenging race for me. I may actually lose. There's always going to be a few cars that can beat you. In this case, the F1, the flip car, and possibly one or two other options out there will be at least a very big challenge, if not outright actually beat you. However, you would be pushing them pretty hard. They cannot take it easy on you and expect to win because you're going to be pushing them all the way to the end. Okay, now I slowed down because I don't want to break my dyno. Here it looks like I can actually beat him if I push a little harder. Let's give it another try. I don't like going into a lobby and running super hard right away. Just to kind of get a feel for how my opponents are running. Now, he could be sandbagging too, so we'll have to see. But if he still runs 9.5, obviously I can beat that. My dyno's faster than that. So, all right, let's go ahead and focus. Okay, so with this car, one of the key things is getting out of first gear quick. Second gear, and then once you get into the higher gears, you should be able to push your car through without a problem. So there you go. Took a win. I still managed to slow down a little, so I did not have to go to my dyno to win. And there you go. So that is a viable car in this lobby against another car that's actually very good. So let's go ahead and race one or two other cars to kind of make sure that we know for sure the car is doing well, and then we can go back and take a look at the tune one more time, and that will be my live lobby racing setup for this car with lower upgrades. Also, we're going to take the stage 6 body off after we go back to show you that one and the difference in the time and matchmaking, because you're going to lose about almost 5/10, not 5/10, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's about 5/10 of a second of time from your runtime with this without the body stage 6. It's actually a very strong stage 6. Okay, so that person does not want to race me. If I don't get another race within the next few seconds of finding somebody, I'm not really picky about who I'm going to race right now, but you know, if I can't get a race right away, I'm just going to go back and we'll retune the car. Okay, so Toyota Supra. Now, this could be a newer player, so the Supra may not be set up for maximizing its benefits of elites and all that stuff, but it should still be a decent car because it naturally beats dyno, and it may very well give me a run for my money. Okay, so let's see what we got. Right, 9.7 this time. Now, I kind of came out of the hole a little bad on that run, but again, I won with a 9.7 run with a 9.48 dyno in the same lobby that I ran another car that did 9.5 that I know is a pretty good car. Okay, So that is with the stage 6 body, which makes a big difference. Let's take that out, run the car again. Now that will bump me down into a 9.9 range as far as my total performance, but it also takes quite a bit of points off of here, a little bit of points off of there. It's still a big difference, but you know, lower performance point, slightly lower Evo still allows you to be very competitive, and therefore the car should still be good and probably can be tweaked for a few more points. And it looks like we're able to get a lower top speed, certainly, but still a decent amount of performance points here. Okay, so I don't necessarily need to get it too tight to 10.0, but 10.037, we can get to about 10.029 is good. That's a 10.0 kind of dyno, but with the lobby advantage that I should be carrying with this car, I'm expecting to race opponents somewhere between 10.1 to 10.3 range. Hopefully that'll play out that way. You can always run into a few people that can do 9.9s, but hopefully not too many. So this is again no stage 6, same car, slightly different tune, and we are here. I'm seeing some pretty. The lobby's a little bit on the narrow side with the number of players in it. Let's go ahead and challenge Loki Trickster. These are always nice benchmark cars. If you can beat them, you're probably tuned pretty well in a given lobby. Of course, doesn't mean their cars necessarily always tuned perfectly either. This is a dyno beater car if it's set up right, but it tends to bump easily, so I suspect this guy probably will not be running super good unless he's able to get lobbied properly and can run under dyno. So it'll be interesting to see how well this run goes. Okay, that's a top-end car, so don't count my chickens yet, because he can come up on me pretty hard at the end there like that, but I did slow down. I try to keep these close. Again, I don't want to push my car yet. 10.2, 10.2. So it's about the lobby that I anticipated I would end up in with this particular setup. And this is, again, no stage 6 body, full fusion on the parts that I do have installed. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I'm missing one body fusion, a green one, which isn't really that big a deal. It shouldn't affect the overall performance substantially. Okay, let's take on a tough opponent. This is a tough car in this lobby because it lobbies well, it has pretty high points, and it beats dyno. So this could run possibly a 9.9 or something in this lobby if I can connect, which I cannot. It seems like I cannot connect. Okay, forget that. Let's go on. And Loki Trickster wasn't ready to race me. Let's see if anybody else comes in. Here we go. Whoa, it's Kevin. Well, let's try Earl Jones. This is a good car. I suspect this one, if set up properly, should be a 10.0, almost a 10 flat car in this lobby. So let's take a look at this one. These are good. Again, this is one of the better tier 4s out there. So, and the Fast and Furious one's also very good. It tends to run right around 10.099. Okay, so he's taking off pretty good. The question is, does he top out before I do? Yes, and I'm catching up, and we're keeping it tight. But I couldn't slow down much. I could not slow down much. So this is a pretty tight race. Okay, 10.150 against a 10.152. He's not satisfied with that run. Probably can do 10.0 runs. Therefore, maybe didn't launch properly. Let's take a look. Do another run. Okay, here we go. Again, with the Valhalla, you want to get immediately into second and then run the car out in second gear with nitrous, and then all deep good shifts from there. Controlling the car is between 6th and 5th gear. You would slow the car down when you downshift back to 5th. And if you let 6th gear run all the way out to top speed, near the very end of the track, it'll gain a little bit of speed and time. So it's quite a quick car. So I'm just going to do one last race here, and that we'll summarize this car and my feelings about it. But that is my live racing partial build tune for newer players. I mean, if obviously if you have a lot of bronze keys and you can max this car, that's different. But understand that a max car isn't always the best car to use in live, because at 7.0, even if you're maxed, when you get into live racing, that lobby is going to be full of 6.9, 6.8 cars, so you're not going to win. Versus here, you will win, and I guess there was a disconnect there. Okay, all right. So, pretty easy. Again, when you first come into the lobby, don't go straight out as fast as you can, because it could cause you problems later on when your averages doesn't look very good to the computer, and it puts you in a less competitive lobby. Versus, I would like to stay in this particular lobby where I know my car is extremely competitive. Okay, so let's look at the parts again and the tune, and then we'll call it from there. This is without stage 6 body, and if you put stage 6 body in it, it bumps it right to a 9.4 car. So that's a big change, right? 10.0 to 9.4. Very strong stage 6. Doesn't need nitrous, but it's nice to have a little bit of nitrous. It doesn't hurt it. Part of the reason I didn't use turbo versus intake is because I don't have the epic fusions, and I find that the points here gets higher than if I just stuck with those two. So that's the reason I picked those. So that is all the parts tuned to the basically the highest evo, maybe a few points off, if towards a slightly faster top speed. Doesn't hurt you, but that's really how I have it tuned here, and here. Oops, 10.029, and I only had to run 10.1, 10.2s to win. So this is the 10.0 setting is actually a lobby edge setting as well. So that's a lobby edge tune. The 9.4 is sort of a lobby edge tune, but it's not really a lobby edge tune. It's more of a slower into the lobby kind of tune. But it usually faces cars slower than it in the next bracket down, and therefore it's still very competitive. So that is a Valhalla Concept lobby edge setup with and without stage 6 body. Let me know what you think. Any questions about this car and my settings, my tune, feel free to ask. If you like the video, leave a like. If you like my channel and would like to get notifications when I put up new videos, subscribe, hit the bell so you can get the notifications. And as always, thank you for watching my videos. I'll catch you next time.